What's up YouTube, I'm here. By popular demand, I'm giving you guys the real life version of the level 1 deck profile. If you guys remember this, it was profiled or made quite some time ago by a Japanese duelist. We profiled the channel. If you guys want to look back at some of the previous builds, you can find them on some DevPro old videos on here. Just search level 1 beats or something like that. But a little bit of background on this deck. It is a deck of 40 level 1 monsters. Now I don't have the complete extra deck here. Key cards that you are going to need though. You're going to need 2 number 54. Basically he's a pseudo win condition all by himself. You deal damage to your opponent, so you attack into big things, your opponent takes 2400. It's pretty straightforward, so you definitely need 2 of these. You need triple Dolham. It's 2 level 1 monsters to make it, and he goes up to basically 1400 when you have 2 Ghost Trick monsters on the board. Basically you put 2 of him on the board, and then you just keep halving all of your opponent's monsters. It gives you a residual generation advantage. So 3 Dolham, 2 number 54, and then you're definitely going to need a Formula Synchron. You'll understand why in a little bit. So those are the basic ones you're going to probably fill your slots with. If you want to consider playing Utopia Roots, it's strictly up to you. You also need a Downward Magician for this deck, because Downward Magician is really big. So just general key points on the extra deck. So without further ado, 40 level 1 monsters that make it that good. So triple Mystic Piper. If you guys don't know what he does, you sack him off, draw a card. Since you're playing 40 monsters, that high monster beat, you reveal the one you drew, draw an additional card. So it's a free +2. It's very nice. Also playing triple King of Boyo. This card is stupid. You can revive anything from your graveyard. So just enjoy all of the generic revival. So that's one of the engines in the deck. This card is very important. Don't waste them. Next up is the Ghost Trick engine. Triple Mary, which allows you to beam out lanterns. Lanterns are also pseudo chump blockers. And then Triple Spectre, which is additional power for when one of these dies, or if you want to bring this guy out off of Mary, let him die, especially when another Spectre draw on another card. They're recyclable chump blockers as well, via the beautiful effect of Dolham. So just chum blocking, drawing, and it's a mini engine for deck thinning to ensure that you get to your combo pieces a little bit easier. Plus they're Ghost Trick named cards, so just additional power to Dolham. Next up, probably one of the best cards in the deck, triple Treeborn Frog. Now I cannot stress this enough. Going turn 1 Mystic Piper to draw 2 puts you to 7 cards in hand, so feel free to just discard a Treeborn Frog. So on your next turn you can bring back a Treeborn Frog and then overlay into good guy. So it's pretty good. You only get 1 Treeborn Frog per turn, but I mean that's not much of an issue. I mean, there's nothing wrong with free recurring. Like I said though, your optimal turn 1 play is to go Piper into discarding one of your Treeborn Frogs, or just discarding for more Chaos Necromancer fodder. Next up, triple Evil Thorn. This card is, I never thought I would play this card in the deck. What makes Evil Thorn good is you go, alright, summon Evil Thorn, tribute your opponent takes 300. Special summon Evil Thorn from your deck. You can tribute these off, I believe if the ruling is correct, to burn 300 off of your opponent, which is pretty nice. So free 900 burn, or you can go, oh look, into Dolham. Idealistically, you can go Evil Thorns with Treeborn Frog to get into number 54. It's just one of the many stupid plays that this deck has. 2 Jester Confit. The only thing this guy is good for is just to go special summon XYZ. That's the only purpose I could ever find for Confit. Next up, triple Symphonic Warrior Bassus. This guy, with any of your additional summon guys, basically you're always going to have a good chunk of cards in your hand, say 5 or 6. So you can turn him into a level 5 tuner, depending on the situation. And then you can, excuse me, it'll be 5 cards in hand plus his level, which is 6, which will turn him into a level 6 tuner. Which is also very nice when you just want to bring back Treeborn Frog here, go into Black Rose Dragon for free nuking. Also the other thing is, if they Veiler one of him, and you have another one in the grave, you can remove it to add the number of cards in your hand to his level, which is also very nice. That pseudo extra effect. Next up, 2 Chaos Necromancer. Hello, win condition. His attack is 300 times the number of monsters in your graveyard. You can only imagine what you can do with 40 monsters. As long as you start loading up 8-9 cards in your grave off of XYZs, XYZs will make sure that, you know, the materials get safely into the graveyard, especially things like Dolham, just more additional stuff for you to drop in the graveyard, which makes this guy really good. It's only a 2 of, sometimes I want more, but it's what it is. 2 big one way, it's just one of those things that I can discard level 1 monster to special summon it to put another monster to do key plays with on the board. Plus I can drop something from my hand that's not really doing good. Additional Treeborn frog dropping. Next up, triple Battle Fader, hand trap, triple Effect Veiler, and then triple Rainbow Karibo. This card in this deck makes me so happy. There's so much stupid stuff you can do with this. You can lock your opponent out of an attack. You do play lanterns, you do play faders. You can special summon this guy back from the graveyard when your opponent attacks. Just lots of cool plays Karibo can pull off. And then last but not least, the biggest level 1 in the deck, Mr. Mechlord Emperor Wiesel himself. Just a fun little tech. Sometimes your opponent will go, oh, Mirror Force, you'll be like, oh, super sad face, and you'll drop this. And then you put your opponent in a bad situation, only because you get the free spell negation once per turn. And having a monster that can negate a spell once per turn is pretty good. So that should be the whole deck. 40 cards, I believe. Definitely should consider playing Down Magician and Black Rose Dragon in the extra deck. Pretty important cards that I can't stress. So if you guys are looking for a nice little fun deck, I would play this deck. It has a really bad Blackwing matchup. We found that out in playtesting. It's either hit or miss, but sometimes it's pretty good. So guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this deck, and I'm out.